What's up, upstanders? Dr. O here. And I gotta be honest. I keep seeing these stories when one thing happens after another, one rollback after another, one executive order, one whatever policy after another. And people keep saying Americans didn't vote for this. This is not what they thought they were voting for. And I just don't believe that. I don't. And yeah, there's backlash on certain things like, the federal aid program letter is getting rolled back and situation with Tuskegee Airmen and the WASP, program being taught at the Pentagon and stuff. And people came together and, in outrage and fought and challenged that. And we need to see more of that. But the fact of the matter is, what people who voted for Trump, and I'm thinking, not talking about people who stayed home, I'm talking particularly, and maybe some of the people who stayed home as well, but those people who are voting for Trump, their philosophy, for many of them, can't speak for every single one of them, but was I'm fine with whatever happens to other people as long as it doesn't affect me directly. So get rid of illegal criminal immigrants or illegal aliens as they call them. No human being is illegal, right? Or an alien. But, get rid of them. I don't have a problem with that. Even some of these Latino folks who voted for Trump thought that because he said he's going to get rid of violent criminals, thought that they weren't coming for anybody in their family. Now you also see some black people who are mad at the immigration policy, upset because they've also gotten detained and they're here as legal citizens. And other groups, Puerto Ricans, indigenous people getting arrested and the like, the frustration is there. Many of these folks who said nothing about the immigration policy because they didn't think it was going to affect them. This idea of bring the cost down. People were, as long as these costs come down in their community, and then Trump said that I can't actually do that. People are like, oh, okay, well, I'll still support you. The idea of getting rid of quote unquote woke policies, which is a nonsensical term, right? People were fine with that because when people think woke and DEI, they primarily think black people. And they tired of learning black history too. But all of a sudden, you see things from like the DIA, Defense Intelligence Agency, talking about they're getting rid of all celebrations: Native American Month, Hispanic Heritage Month, Asian Heritage Month, Black History Month, all of those things, King Day and Juneteenth with an asterisk, Holocaust Remembrance Day. Some of the specific names, they roll, I'm talking fast, so I may not remember exact names, but they're all gone, are going now. And now you see people say, wait a minute, I wanted to make sure that my culture is celebrated. And so this idea, that the federal aid thing, people couldn't get on the Medicaid sites, all of that other type of stuff, Head Start and all this. Now it's like, now I'm going to call. But people were calling about themselves, about their own individual situation. And in this world that we live in, where everybody can have their own channel, hey, I'm one of them, where everybody can have their own social media platforms, everybody can have algorithms that feed them exactly what they want to say or see or hear, our ability to really think about our fellow man, woman, child, and person, it's quickly disappearing. So when something directly affects your pocketbook, your household, that's when you act up. And that's how Trump's getting over, because he feels like he can throw so much up at people because people are just so caught up in their daily grind. But solidarity is how we win. Solidarity is how we win. And we win by you being concerned about things that don't affect you before they affect you. So look, I'm knocking on wood. I don't know if ICE is gonna roll up to me or anything like that and just do whatever they're gonna do, because like they said, some African Americans have been detained for at least 24 hours, including one story I saw about an 8-year-old boy. But I didn't have to wait for the possibility that they may roll up on me before I said that these immigration policies are barbaric, savage, and evil. I didn't have to wait for Trump to or these anti DEI folks to cancel teaching about Dr. King or Malcolm X in our schools to know that banning books like Mouse, the Holocaust graphic novel is bad, or banning LGBTQ studies. I'm not LGBTQ is not cool. That having I'm not LGBTQ, but I didn't need to be LGBTQ to say have around DeSantis and don't say gay bills is a problem. Like I can go down the list, and many of you all who are out there as upstanders can go down the list as well. We have to stop being. I know that we got so much going on, but there's a certain level of just we're just selfish on many levels, and we have a selfish man in power. And if we really want to challenge this stuff, we have to do more to work together. We got to understand if you don't have a disability issues in your family, the challenges that are coming to that community. You don't got LGBTQ in your family, the challenges coming to that. You don't got undocumented people in the challenges that are coming to that. Dr. King said, I'd rather see a good sermon than hear one. What's your sermon going to be? They're starting to go into churches and schools and all the other type of stuff. Are people forming blocks around churches, circles around churches? Like, well, what are people doing? Are people going to start boycotting places that are supporting policies that are anti-American in many shapes or forms? Or is this American? As I said in one of my posts before, America, America, on many of the things that we're seeing now. But you can make it different. You can fight this. And many people have fought in different angles and spaces, but we need more. We need more. We need more solidarity, more good people in the face of hate. So this is the time where all of us have to be a little less selfish. We have to be focused on helping other people because it's just a matter of time before they come for us. And us is loosely defined, whoever you want to talk about. Because I believe that Americans do want a lot of this stuff. And I think people let them off the hook when I see people like former Senator Claire McCaskill and other people saying, this Americans didn't want this. They did. And they voted for this or they stayed home for this. Those who voted or those who didn't care at all. Many of us did not vote for this. And of course, many of us who voted for Harris do not want this. But I'm talking about the folks who did. And I'm not just talking about MAGA. And everybody's talking about FO and people finding out and so on and so forth. And that's real. I saw an AI image of a guy, Latino, being deported. And his back of his shirt, it said, Latinos for Trump 2025. We got to wake up because Niemöller talked about, you come from different groups and you didn't say anything because it wasn't for you. But then when they came for you, there's nobody there to have your back. And now's the time to look at whose back you're going to have. And really at the end of the day, I got your back. We got to roll together. We got to come together as a community, or as Dr. King said, perish as fools. That's where we're at today. And as the late, great Joe Madison said, what are you going to do about it? Because everybody can do something. Peace.